In 1967, Nigeria descended into one of the deadliest civil wars in African history. But the story of the Biafra War did not begin with guns or bombs. It began decades earlier, with promises made and promises broken. This is the story of how colonial rule, war, injustice, and fear slowly pushed a nation toward collapse. During World War II, thousands of Nigerian men were recruited by the British Empire. They fought in distant lands Burma, India, and East Africa wearing British uniforms, but carrying African names. They were promised honor. They were promised respect. Some believed the war would bring opportunity and equality when they returned home. But when the war ended, reality was different. Many veterans came back to poverty. Their sacrifices were barely acknowledged. Compensation was small or delayed. Jobs were scarce. What they brought back instead was something far more dangerous: military training, exposure to global politics, and the realization that colonial rule was deeply unfair. After World War II, Nigeria remained under British control. Ethnic divisions, Hausa Fulani in the north, Yoruba in the west, Igbo in the east, were deepened by colonial policies. The British ruled by dividing communities and favoring some over others. In the east, many Igbo people embraced education and commerce. They moved across Nigeria, working as traders, civil servants, and professionals, but success bred resentment. As Nigeria moved closer to independence, fear and mistrust grew between regions. The country was united on paper, but deeply divided in reality. Nigeria gained independence in 1960. Hope filled the air, but independence came without healing old wounds. Politics quickly became ethnic. Power struggles intensified. Corruption spread. Then came the breaking point. In January 1966, a military coup overthrew the government. Many of the coup leaders were Igbo officers. Although the coup was not an Igbo plan, it was perceived that way. Anger exploded in the north. Later in 1966, violence swept across northern Nigeria. Thousands of Igbo civilians, men, women, and children were killed. Homes were burned. Families fled in fear. Survivors returned to the eastern region with horrifying stories. Trust in Nigeria was shattered. To many Easterners, it became clear the Nigerian government could no longer protect them. Colonel Chukwemeka Odumgwu Ojukwu, leader of the eastern region, demanded safety and autonomy for his people. Negotiations failed. Promises were broken again. On May 30, 1967, the eastern region declared itself the Republic of Biafra. Nigeria responded with force. The civil war had begun. The Biafra War lasted nearly 3 years. Fighting devastated cities and villages. Blockades caused massive suffering. Millions of civilians were affected. By January 1970, Biafra surrendered. Nigeria was reunited but deeply scarred. The Biafra War was not caused by one event. It was the result of decades of injustice, fear, broken trust, and unfulfilled promises. History reminds us, when voices are ignored long enough, conflict becomes inevitable.